Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully Enlightened One. So dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to understand how this meditation techniques or how this practice will help for us to develop our spiritual path or our spiritual growth. So when it comes to your life, day by day, you're slowly losing the time that you have to live here, which you can't gain anymore. You all have to be mindful about it. The time we passing in this very moment, never going to gain again. So, but still we have the dreams and hopes and plans regarding our future, and we always projecting our mind towards forward. But if you look very carefully, even though you have plans, even though you have ideas about your own future, tomorrow, next day, next week, next month, listen this very carefully, be with me. You have no idea what kind of thoughts will come to you within next moment. You can't guarantee about it. How wonderful it is. So in this very moment, we projecting, we focusing and thinking, planning about our future, but we have no idea about our own thoughts in the moment. And you don't know once you start to practice meditation, what kind of thoughts will come to you. You can't guarantee about it. And you have no idea when you go to sleep, what kind of thoughts will come or what kind of dreams that you will have. And you have no idea when you wake up, what kind of thoughts will come to your mind. And you have no idea and what kind of thoughts will come tomorrow. So that's you. And then expand that understanding to others, that we live with other people and we depending their emotions, we depending their behavior. So now you know you have no idea about your mind and what kind of thoughts will come to you in the very next moment. Then how about the other person then? You live next to the other person and you have no idea what kind of thoughts come to their mind. And then you just normally don't live with one person. Then just imagine you have no idea what kind of thoughts will come to other people. And it's going to be different. And it's not only the next moment and the next hour, and when they go to sleep, and what kind of dreams they will see, you have no guarantee about it. You can't plan about it. And you have no idea what kind of thoughts they're going to have when they wake up tomorrow morning. Just imagine if you have few people in your family and they come with different unknown thoughts. How are you going to handle with them? So this is what you have to understand. This is the true nature that happens. So when you see the very nature of your own mind, you are capable to understand that. So even though we go with the plans, even though we go with the goals, and we have no idea about our next moment, and that uncertainty is kind of like we're living on the top of a volcano. And any time it can erupt. You have no power over it. So understanding this gives some kind of ability for yourself to look into this practice. So the thing is this, even though thoughts are like that, even though thoughts always change, one thing that you can develop, that is your awareness. So if you are develop your awareness, and if you can keep the awareness in the moment, what will happen? Even though that any kind of thoughts can arise, but your awareness clear, then you can maintain. So that is how you can develop your life and keep the balance. That is how you can deal with this unknown mind. That's how you can deal with the monkey mind. Not only you, even others' mind. You can't go with the thoughts. You have to go with the awareness. Understand that two different methods. But most of time in the conventional life, we go with the thoughts. And we don't put that much attention to the awareness. So that's why through the practice, we bring the ability to sharp and clear our awareness. We strengthen our awareness. So that is what called meditation. Cultivation of the mind, development of the mind. So that mind means not the thoughts, but your awareness. Another thing is, if you don't have the awareness, and another thing happen. You may be familiar with the words called the sanskara, or the cankers, or the memory, or the mental formations. So how this happens? When you don't have the awareness, what happens? Always your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, this you perceive this perception. So unknowingly what happened? It go into inside you. That just imagine from morning to evening, how many things you saw, how many things you heard, smell, and how many things you ate, then how many things you felt, and how many things that you thought. So this all keep going inside, and it become kind of like your imprint. You start to build on the top of that experience. So that is how it becomes the sanskar. So then suddenly when it go inside, keep going, and that it has a memory underneath, knowingly or unknowingly, it accumulates inside you, then suddenly it start to come up. And then maybe you saw something and you didn't know that, but then later it start to come up. So this method keep happening inside us. So then that whatever the thoughts going to come in the very next moment, you have no guarantee, but there is something that whatever the thoughts never going to come kind of like from nowhere. It come because somehow it went inside you, you didn't know. It's not the same thought, but somehow it's kind of like just imagine you saw something. And then out of that, the thoughts had in you, maybe you saw a flower or vehicle or something. Maybe you watching a movie and then you saw something, or maybe weapon. And then now it went inside it. And then suddenly thought arise. It's not going to be the same thing that you saw, but it's similar to that. So this imprint inside, this mechanism keep happening. So then when it comes to the awareness, practicing meditation, as you know, we come to, in the very first level, to develop the tranquility meditation. So the tranquility meditation means we focus our mind to one mental object. So when you focus to one mental object, and we know we take the inhalation and exhalation. So this is one thing that you have to remember. The inhalation or exhalation not going to develop your awareness. Your awareness focus towards inhalation and exhalation, and as a result of your mental effort, keep focusing towards the inhalation, exhalation, you build up the awareness. Otherwise, the breathing not going to develop it. Even when it comes to the four foundation, the same. The body, feelings, thoughts, phenomena. So those are not going to develop your awareness. But it become an object for you. You can focus to that. Keep focus again and again and again and again. Why? Because it is always available. And naturally it is there. So the breathing thing, it is always available for you. So that's why we take it as an object. Otherwise, maybe you take a deep inhalation, that doesn't mean you're going to have a sharp awareness. Maybe you have a deep exhalation, you take a lot of breathing, that doesn't mean your awareness is going to become sharp or clear. It's not going to happen. So how much you put the attention towards the inhalation, exhalation, so that much you develop your awareness. So that is one thing that you have to remember. So then other thing is, when it comes to this, why we have to keep practice? So now you know the thoughts level. Thoughts you can't control. Don't try it. Don't try to control the thoughts. Always develop the awareness. Develop the awareness. Let go of the thoughts, but keep the awareness. Then by the time you will see how to handle. If you are aware in any situation, you can manage that. You can manage that. You can't control it. You can manage. When the awareness becomes clear, you can manage it. So then don't try to control your thoughts and don't try to control others' thoughts. You can't. How they can do? They can't do that. But if you are aware If your mindfulness clear, then you can have a better connection. You can manage with them. So that's how this meditation will help. Another thing is, this practicing will help you to deeply, to go deeper into your own inner strength, discipline, confident. So as example, like a tree, just imagine the tree doesn't have power over the wind or the sun or the rain, but the tree always depending, even though it get nourished out of the outside, it depends from the roots. So the tree, what the tree growing means, the roots go deeper. Not how far it can struggle with the wind. That is not the way to grow. Not how much it can resist the rain. Not how much it can resist or struggle or fight or wrestling with the sun. The tree growing means the very basic fundamental quality to grow the tree. It needs to go deeper. The roots need to go deeper. So if the roots go deeper and become stronger and become grounded, then the wind, the rain, the very heavy summer, this all can handle for a certain level. So the practicing the same. So it is not about you struggling with this outside. You go deeper, you practice yourself deeper, your awareness, your roots, your own discipline, your own inner understanding, your own inner clarity. You work with that, you make it stronger. So you strengthen that your own inner qualities with the practice. So those are kind of like roots. So that is what out of this practice again and again we do. So then you become stronger. Once you become stronger, when the thought arises, it's kind of like tornadoes hit. When the thought arises, it's like a heavy wind or the rain, heavy summer, so like that. But still, your awareness now settle down again and again and again and again. And maybe you are guaranteed about your mind, but you can't guarantee about others' mind. So, but then even when the wind or the rain or the tornadoes or the tsunami come with their mind ideas, you are grounded. So that's how you develop it. So then get rooted with your practice. Go deeper, become stronger, be grounded with your own inner practice. So in that way, you feel more safe. So that's how you have to develop this path. So that's why every day when you practice little by little, so then what will happen? Your roots become stronger. So to the depth, when the roots go deeper, and when it comes to the Dharma, there is no limit. So then you are capable to have your freedom, to observe and settle down with your own inner practice as much as you can. And at the same time, that you have to have when a tree grow. So as you know, this bonsai, they cut the branches and they tie it with the wires, and then the tree can't grow. So that is also something. So then in the outside world, if you have certain kind of mental views, if you are conditioned by your own mind, if you are conditioned by your own point of view, so that way also your growth not going to happen. Maybe the roots go deeper, but still your branches tight with the views. So branches mean here your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind experience, perception. So in that way also you can't grow. So then you have to have that freedom also. It is very necessary. So in the day-to-day life, you have to be mindful. You have to be careful. Within yourself, when you experience something, to see the very condition of your mind. Because if you experience something with the damaged mind, the very outcome going to become very dangerous. So that is the most dangerous part when it comes to today's world. Then as you know, we are in a kind of like a culmination of this science and technology and the machines and this all the gadgetics. And as you know, it is a lot of people now talk about artificial intelligence also. But if we look very carefully, what is the danger with this all? It's not the artificial intelligence, because it is a machine. It's come out of the machines. When it comes to the science and the technology, it itself doesn't have a consciousness to think and work. So then what is the danger? Danger is this. Behind these old machines, there is a human being. So that human being, if that human being have the damaged mind, that's going to become very dangerous. That is the only danger with this all the science, technology, machines and artificial intelligence and everything. Why? Because the behind the machine, the person, whoever, if that person carry damaged mind, then all that outcome going to have some kind of fault. So then you are responsible in day-to-day life when you experience something to observe and see and analyze and recognize the very condition of mind, because most of the time people don't have it. Even when it comes to the tranquility meditation and to when it go to the absorption or the jhana, high mental powers, people didn't see this. People never had the ability to go into mind while they experience something. It is a different method. So that is what called the vipassana. Of course, you can go into something and settle down with something. Tranquility meditation. But while you settle down, can you go inward and see the very condition or the very nature of the observer? Maybe you can see, oh, I want to see this. I want to experience this. Of course, while you experience that, can you see the very condition of the mind of you? So that's why you have to have that ability, and that's why you have to practice it. Because once you practice that, if it is damage, that damage can happen in many ways, because we all got hurt in this journey. And also, as I mentioned, there are a lot of Informations came to us unknowingly, and our imprint may be not complete. There are a lot of gaps there. So that's why always when you have the awareness, there are two ways this awareness can work. So one is when the awareness is there, you become very clear with the very condition of the mind in this very moment, whatever the thought arises. So you recognize it right away, you can handle it, you can manage that, and you can blend and you can go with it. You can find the balance. If the mind go here and there, bring it back again and again, and you can work with it. So that is a skill. That's why I call it, it's a profitable skill for you. Why? Because out of that, you're never going to get the disappointment, unhappiness, sadness, worry, fear, failure, so that kind of things. And so that is the very base of the growth. So that is the very foundation or the structure you have to develop when you grow. So that growth always needs to happen. And when it comes to the branches and the freedom, that keeping the freedom in day-to-day life, also very necessary without becoming a bias to your own mind or damage, especially to the damaged mind. So when we go into the self-centered mind, that is the dangerous damage. Egocentric mind, ego. It can make lot of troubles. It can give pain to yourself and to others. Anything can destroy by egocentric mind. So only thing is, have the awareness. Don't fight. Don't argue. You can't. It doesn't work. Only the weapon that you can use, awareness. If you don't have that, it is better you run away. You know, that's better. You know, because otherwise, with the egocentric people, you can't. Especially when they are close to you. You know, if there is a distance, it is okay. But when they are very close to you, you can't. The very dangerous things is even in the, you know, art of the war, you know, art of fighting, you know. So any art of boxing, fighting, aikido, karate, you know, wushu, this everything, one principal thing. Don't allow enemies to come closer, especially in samurai. You know, they have long sword, you know, they are capable to stop them in a certain level. If they come closer, very dangerous. But look, the people, you know, they are very close to us. They hugging, they come and sleep together and stay together, you know. When you eat, when you go somewhere, when you walk, you know, it's always you together. But the thing is, you don't know what will come to their mind in the very next moment. So you can't treat them as enemy, no, but you have to have the awareness. That is the key. If you don't have it, because sometimes it comes with the very egocentric, self-centered mind, then how are you going to handle that? Only thing is, you're going to have drama, fight. So that's why, even in the very conventional level of your lifestyle, the awareness is always keep it as the highest place. Because that in day-to-day life, your all bodily action, verbal action, mental action, that whatever you do, if you have the awareness, and then when it comes to meditation practice, it will help you to develop it. So otherwise, you know, if you don't have the awareness in day-to-day life, when you sit for meditation, it becomes very difficult. It's kind of like a loop. Practice day-to-day activities, loop, connection, merge each other. So then every day, day by day, use it as a mechanism to yourself. And when something happens right away, go back to awareness. Go back to awareness. I give you one thing. Remember this. Your consciousness itself, peaceful. Your consciousness itself have the clarity. Your consciousness itself have the wisdom. But when you deal with the thoughts, you can't find it. So that's why when you settle down with the awareness or the consciousness, awareness is there and the clarity is there. Strength is there. But if you are far away from it and you lost with the thoughts, maybe you become weaker. So then always find the strength and the balance. Keep the clarity. It's clarity. It doesn't mean you bringing something. No, the way it is there, listen this very carefully and try to get it to yourself, digest it. So already your consciousness have the clarity. Already you have the awareness. Already you have the wisdom inside you. But the thoughts that came to you, or maybe it happened in you, it's kind of like a dust that covered it. So through the meditation, what we do, we take out all the unnecessary thoughts and allow that awareness to shine itself. So that's how the process happens. So then here you don't gain anything. You're releasing all these unnecessary thoughts, habits, believing, following system, comfort, emotions. So this all, little by little, you have to throw away. There are nothing wrong with it. Maybe they are very useful for conventional life. But when it go into awareness, it doesn't give that much help. But sometimes some people don't want the awareness. And some people like to get lost. For them, maybe it worth. But if now you understand the value of the awareness and what it is and where it is. So if you want to develop it, or if you want to get into that, if you want to go into that and touch it or experience it, remember there are a lot of things you have to let go. So have that courage, have that strength, at least while you're sitting and practice in this very moment. And then maybe after that, you can again go back to that. And what will happen once you have the ability to go into that awareness and experience it, when you go back to that, it doesn't have that much weight. So even you want to get lost, maybe it's not going to happen. So that is the good thing. So that's why be very clear. This is not a magic, and this is not another story, but by practicing, by experiencing, you can understand and you can develop this and you can get the benefit out of it. And end of the day, remember, there is no one to help you. There is no one going to come to you and survive, protect you. No one. And you know that in this journey that already you came so far, and no one going to come to you. No one going to come behalf of you. Only one thing can help you to survive. That is your own awareness. So it is in you. So then look into yourself and say, are you using it? Or are you somewhere else? So with this practice, we brush up it again and again, and little by little in tranquility state, we focus to inhalation and exhalation, in breathing, inner breathing and outer breathing. And when it happens, without disturbing to it, let it happen it naturally itself. But little by little, keep your awareness. If there are thoughts come to it and disturb it, and slowly again and again strengthen your awareness and be with the primary mental object. So by the time, once the mind settles down, deeply, thoroughly, observe and see that's moment by moment, experience and experiencer both change. And see the very nature of the observer. This means the condition of your mind, and understand it. And remember, there is nothing in your body. There is no any place that can hide your self-centered mind permanently. This is my place, like that. There's no any place in your body. Not in the body, even in this, there's no place in this entire universe, because there's no such a thing permanently exist. Finally, that when the day you understand that, it's kind of like you come to the culmination of this journey. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Bring attention to your body and scan it to towards yourself and say Sopateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens to the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Maya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.